Let's look at employment, right? So when a lot of people say like, hey, why do you support Trump? Why are you wearing a MAGA hat?
Trump is racist. Everyone knows that. David Duke of the KKK came out in support of him.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't deny that.
And he was caught on camera using the N-word.
Okay, well that's right. This is where I do disagree, because there actually isn't any evidence, unless you can show me. I'll gladly watch it. There is no that recording is there's no evidence that recording exists. So like the problem is you're asking me to call him a racist based on essentially hearsay. Now if you want to present that information, if you have the recording, say here's the recording, I'll more than happily like listen to that and say right, he's a racist. But until I hear the tape myself, I can't say he's racist.
If I did, would it change things for you? Would it make you say, oh, okay, well maybe...
Well, first things first, what I'm going to say is I'll definitely hear it out and listen and take it on board. The problem is if he says the N-word, right, there's a very different way of saying, if he goes, boy, that guy's a effing N-word, that's very different to saying N-word, if you're rapping music in a car and you're rapping at a hot verse and he says the N-word, there's a big difference, do you know what I mean? So I would want to know the context.
He might have been rapping along to Tupac or something.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there's context. So if you could show me the recording and I can like just take it on board, I'll more than happily debate it with you. But I'm saying that until I get the recording and actually hear it, I mean, I can't call him a racist based on this.
Okay, he's not a racist. He's a sexist.
Okay, so what do you say?
He described women as fat pigs.
He showed women as
Only
fat.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, 100%. I don't agree with that.
Okay. He's a hypocrite because he's against immigration, but he's of an immigrant background himself.
Well, okay, so what I'll do is I'll just critique that point. I'll say, you say he's a hypocrite. I'm saying that he's against illegal immigration, okay? He's against illegal immigration. There's a big difference between immigration and illegal immigration, okay? Now, I personally wear the hat. I'm all for legal immigration. If you want to come to if you want to come to the United States and you want to start a business and you want to employ people, or if you want to work, as cheap labour, I don't care as long as you're prepared to work. If you enter the country illegally, you've committed a crime and you need to be deported. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. How about you? What do you believe? Do you believe in open borders? Should we have unprotected borders?
No, you're right. We should have. Countries do have the right to
protect their borders.
But a country like America, based on immigration, it's very difficult to decide when do you draw the line.
Well, the thing is, I don't think it is, right? Because I think the line's pretty damn clear. With regard to the southern border, right?
But in terms of chronology as well, because it was bring me your
so you're talking about the
masses,
now, yeah. Like I said, I've read US history in depth, and I'm well aware of everything you're saying. Now, the difference is that if you want to enter the country legally, that's not a crime, and you can enter the country legally, and I'm more than happy for that to happen. But if you enter the country illegally, you have committed a crime, and therefore you're a criminal, and you need to be deported. Okay. Now, with regard to the US border. Along the southern border, there's 46 ports of entry where you can legally enter the United States. Okay, if you cross the border, if you don't cross the border at one of those 46 positions, you've committed a misdemeanor offence and you need to be punished, which will include deportation.
Which could include being put in a cage and taken away from your parents.
Yeah, I suppose. But I mean, let's be honest, right? So let's talk about that, shall we? I mean, Obama did that. So the problem is, the problem I have is kind of like a right-wing guy, is I'm getting leftists go, oh, he's putting kids in cages, like what Obama did, and you didn't care. So why now is it this big thing and it's all the top of the zeitgeist that we need to say, oh, kids in cages? I don't want kids in cages, frankly, right? But again, those parents decided to cross the border. Those parents crossed the border illegally and decided to commit a crime. If you right now murder someone, would you expect to take your wife and kids inside of you? Down to HMP Brixton? Would you take the kids with you? No, you wouldn't.
Why did Obama get away with these things that Trump is being chastised for?
Simply put, in my opinion, simply because it's just the mass media, okay, right? Where the front page of Time magazine, where it was, what was it, May of this year? We had the red background with Trump looking down on a crying girl. So as far as policies have been implemented, Obama implemented the same policies. In fact, he actually didn't implement them. Trump continued the same policies of Obama. Yet Trump's on the front cover of Time as the evilest man in the world. So I struggle with the media when they present this kind of very biased.
What is it about Trump that the media don't like? Then? If they're all bad, from Obama to Bush to Clinton to Trump, or they've all committed similar crimes.
Well, every president's done shit.
They've all dropped bombs on the Middle East.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Bush did it. I was against it.
Yeah.
Obama did it. I was against it. I was hopeful that Trump would do as he promised, and withdraw from the Middle East and not be interventionist.
Yeah.
But he dropped bombs on Syria,
He did.
which is a shame.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Big shame.
And I think we need to withdraw from the Middle East as much as possible. It's a quagmire that there's no victory to be had there whatsoever.
But why? So my question is, why does Obama get away with things like dropping bombs on the Middle East?
Yeah.
And why does Obama get away with things like the caging
Yeah.
or parents that Donald Trump doesn't?
Well, I mean, look, it's a question for CNN, right? Because at the end of the day, the ACLU did release the report back at the height of this whole cage problem, right? And during the Obama era, there's actually widespread child abuse, and this is documented by the ACLU. This is a left-wing organisation, okay? This isn't Breitbart saying this, okay? That we actually had widespread child abuse with these kind of separated kids during Obama's reign, right? Yet this hasn't made the front page of CNN. I don't know why they don't like him.
So we can't put our finger on what it is that the press don't like about.
Well, he's right wing.
I'm a left wing guy.
Yeah, cool.
But I can acknowledge.
Can I ask how left? Like, where do you sit left wing? Are you kind of like socialist, or do you just believe in like left wing policies?
I mean, it's difficult. I think the left-right paradigm, more and more, I'm realising it's a myth anyway, and it's a distraction.
I hear that a lot. I would disagree, but
okay, that's fine. But I'm from a left-wing family. I've voted Labour all my life. I believe in redistribution of wealth and giving a leg up to impoverished people and disadvantaged people. I'm left-wing in that sense, and I used to support every Democrat going into the election every time America went to the polls. But the most recent one was the first time where I sat back and said, look, both of these two evils are as bad as each other. If Trump was true to his word and didn't invade the Middle East, I would have.
I mean, I don't believe he's invaded. I mean, I don't.
Well, he's dropped a lot of bombs on Syria and
yeah, no,
Iraq
he has
already.
absolutely done that. He has done lots. I don't know about
sadly.
Iraq though. I can't.
Okay, Syria
yeah.
At least.
Because we actually killed Russian people there, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very critical for him against him in that sense.
So let's look at some other policies, right? Let's look at employment, right? So when a lot of people say like, hey, why do you support Trump? Why are you wearing a MAGA hat? And I say a common like rebuttal I give is that unemployment in the US is lowest it's been in like 10, 15 years, 20, more than that, probably about 25 years. And with regard to the black unemployment hasn't been this low ever. Since like we started taking ethnic data with regard to unemployment in 1973. Okay, that's when the US Bureau of Labour Statistics started taking data with regard to unemployment and race. Okay, now since 1973, the unemployment rate of black males has never been this low. Now you tell me that Trump's racist during Obama's era he didn't get it that low. Why?
Well, maybe it takes time for these things to catch up. And we've had 8 years of Obama and 2 years of Trump.
Yeah, we have. But
so for the last 10 years,
but I think that you understand. It seems a little bit counterintuitive to claim on one hand that Trump's this evil racist bigot, and then on the other, while also accepting the fact that unemployment for black people has never been this low. Now, unemployment with black communities is always higher than the white and always higher than average.
Why is that?
Why is that? Personally, I put it down to culture. I put a lot down to culture.
What is it in the black culture that makes that the case?
It's difficult. I mean, there's a big fatherlessness problem. I mean, let's be honest, like, I grew up with a dad as well, right? So I've got first-hand experience with this. I think there's a big fatherlessness problem. I think that there's a huge amount of kind of respect and, how do you call it? There's a huge amount of pride that can be got from kind of, the criminal life, the gangster life, blah, blah, blah. And I don't, like, I get heckled for being kind of, like, working in a professional job. Oh, you're so white, you're an Uncle Tom because I work in a professional kind of role.
How does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, I couldn't give a shit, to be honest with you. I'm making plenty of money, and most people are, right? So I don't care whatsoever. But I'm seeing it firsthand that as soon as a black person tries to better themselves and tries to make more money and become a good citizen, the black community are the first people to say you're an Uncle Tom, you're not black, because of the fact that you want to try and improve yourself. So I think there is definitely some cultural aspect to this as well.
Is there a racist or racism aspect to it that's held black people back in America?
It's kind of difficult.
Does Black Lives Matter resonate with you, or kneeling for the flag? Is there a problem that black people
I don't agree with that.
Are black people not disproportionately shot dead by police?
Well, I mean, again, this is kind of like one of the myths. That statistically speaking, no. Like, I mean, in terms of proportion, you're far more likely to be shot as a white person than a black person to be shot by the police. And even like kind of going back from that,
but there's more white people in America.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you adjust for that, when you adjust for that the imbalance, I think it's about 13% of black in America. When you adjust for that, you are far more likely to be shot as a white person than a black person.
When you adjust, I thought the fact was that black people were disproportionately more likely to be shot, even given that they're a smaller percentage of any given person that's shot by the police is more likely to be white. But that's because I don't have the data on this, and I'm really going to struggle to defend this point. Not a problem. But there are people who feel that black people are not getting a fair deal in America, hence Black Lives Matter and kneeling for the flag. I mean, years of racism, and we're only 50 years on from segregation, etc. It will take a long time to